Shawan Jabaran. बहुत shukriya. Thank you very much, Mr. Shawan, that you are joining us again. Now, the situation in Rafah is terrible. We saw how the camp was attacked. We saw how people were burnt alive. Some of them were children. What is the news that you're getting out of Rafah? There is very little authentic news that we're getting out of Palestine at the moment.
Look, bombing and killing and burning and attacking, this is a daily practice. Every minute they attack, they shell on civilians areas. That's the case. Now they cut off completely the telecommunication from Rafah. The people, they can't make any communication. They can't make calls. They can't use internet because they have no internet. The Israelis, they cut them off completely, not just in Rafah area, but also in the rest of Gaza Strip. This is how they use, and now the tanks go directly inside Rafah, go to Rafah area. You know that Rafah, it's a small city. It's on the southern side of Gaza, and the whole Gaza, everyone now speaking about Gaza, the whole Gaza size is 360 kilometers square. That's Gaza. That's Gaza, all Gaza. And Rafah is small part of that in the southern side near the Egyptian-Palestinian border. And you speak about 1.5 million Palestinian civilians. Now they are living there. Most of them, they displaced people, from the northern side of Gaza to the south, to Rafah. And when the Israelis attack, they kill civilians. There is no others where will be killed. That's the case. Children, women, elders, civilians in general. And now, after they attacked Gaza just 2 days ago, they burned the bodies of the children, civilians, moms, grandfathers, mothers. That's what's happened. They killed 23 of children and women out of 42. Most of them, they used to sleep in tents. And here you speak about the tents and also plastic tents. They were burned when they were asleep. And it wasn't easy even for the medics, for the rescue group to take them out of that hell. And in the same time, the Israelis, they said, we will investigate and we will see. And even they lie. They said, we dropped just the bombs, with 17 kilograms. Today, I heard also from the Israeli resources, one of the Israeli military general, he said that what was mentioned, it's not true. What they dropped there, it was more than 100 kilograms, speaking about the explosive material inside the bomb. 100 kilograms, the materials or the explosive material.
So they fully understood the impact of this on civilians, and knowing that they had dropped those bombs. My question to you now is, what are you expecting from especially the Islamic world? We heard from President Erdogan of Turkey saying that now the Islamic world should act, should be united, and what are they waiting for? What are your expectations? What can the OIC do to help the Palestinians?
I don't put, all of the Islamic countries in one basket. Some of them, they are taking and they are standing in the right square and in the right side of the history. Others, they are not. Some of them also, I don't want to say they are complicit with what's going on, but some of them, they help the Israelis in a way or another, directly or indirectly. That's the case. Because of that, I can't deal that there is a body called the Islamic world. The Islamic world is the people, the public, yes. But when it comes to the official level, I think we can't deal with one body called, the Islamic world or something like that. The OIC
yes.
is okay. It's okay. It's a body. It's an umbrella. But the question, if they can proceed, this is the question. To which level? This is the question. The nature of their steps, which steps that they would like to take. Do want to put, let me say, sanctions and to call for sanctions everyone over the world? Can they do these things? Can they cut off their relations with those they complicit in the genocide, the crime in Gaza, like Germany, like the US, for instance? The US, it's not just the third state party. The US, they are complicit with the crimes taking place in Gaza by their weapons. Our children, our women, and our men, they killed. They burned in Gaza by their weapons. That's the case. And in the same time, the US, they protect them before the Security Council. When anyone brings the case before the Security Council, they use a veto. That's the situation. Even when it comes to Britain, also they continue, helping Israel, providing and trading, weapons to Israel. They support Israel politically. That's the case. It's not just Israel. Israel without the US and UK and Germany, it's equal zero. That's the case.
What are your expectations specifically from Pakistan? I know you recently visited Pakistan and you saw how people were with the Palestinians. However, as you rightly pointed out, when it comes to the state, it's something else. Are you disappointed that Pakistan did not join South Africa in its case against Israel?
To be honest with you, I have to study that, why they don't join. Because maybe they are not a party of the convention against genocide. I don't know exactly, but I think they can. They can, and what I expect, from Pakistan and others, also to come and join South Africa in that. It will not cost them anything. The only thing, just they can show their support from one side, and also it means politically something also to the West and to other countries. This is very important, I think, step they can do if they are a party of the convention.
I always ask you this, but do you see any hope now that Spain and Ireland and Norway have finally recognized the Palestinian state?
I think the turning point started, and the snowball is now moving, and it will get big and big and big by time. The human conscience wake up about, and now the people, they are know more about the nature of this colonial regime. This colonial regime has nothing to do with human values or with law or with any legal aspects. That's the case. And now I think other countries, they will recognize more and more and more by time. But the main thing is, I look at the hope is coming more from the people themselves in the street, the public. When I look at the globally, looking at the things, we see, how the movement now, and mainly the students and the young generation. I think the young generation now, they are standing in a right square and in a right even side of the history regarding this genocide, unprecedented genocide.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining us from Ramallah. I know that you have always had a desire for hope, and these are very, very dark times. So please,
we will not give up.
Please hang on to that hope and hang on to your strength. We wish you strength. Thank you so much for joining us. और ये थे शाहवान जबरन जो कह रहे थे कि पाकिस्तान को चाहिए था कि वो जनूबी अफ्रीका के साथ इंटरनेशनल कोर्ट ऑफ जस्टिस में इज़राइल के ख़िलाफ़ जो है केस में शामिल होता, ताकि जो ये केस है इज़राइल के ख़िलाफ़ ये और मजबूत हो सकता.